Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is the Ace Attorney Chronicles. This is my first sort of playthrough of the great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Such a fantastic background. Like, this pawnbroker is such a beautiful location to play in. And we just made a new character. Just to warn you guys, like I did in the last episode, it's probably good. I don't know how long he's gonna be. He's probably gonna do this it's probably gonna be his gag. This guy has like a gun to his head. So like, just please be wary of that. So let's talk about this unpublished story. Great design though. His little run is really funny too. I must know. Tell me more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sasada-san's really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof?
Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see.
I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank.
For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more.
It houses something very great of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I beg your pardon, a manuscript? Oh, you wish to deposit a manuscript?
Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here.
And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom.
Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense someone that doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely.
Of course, sir. They're safe and sound with me, I'll show you on my life.
Jesus, dude, stop! It's all very strange. It's not strange, it's horrible. Stop pointing a gun to your head, please. Stop doing that. I wonder if I could ask you something.
Oh, gentleman from the East, I see. Well, that's stable suit, I suppose. I could offer you 6 pence for it.
6 pence for the suit?
Well, I wish to offend, the tone is somewhat, dull.
Sorry?
Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas no less.
You know what's crazy though? Like, his animations are like so like out there. Like, they're so good.
The colours are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry is as fine as I say.
Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Yeah, girl, like I don't know, your outfit is beautiful though, so I don't know, maybe. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London.
Oh, yes indeed, sir. Many of my customers utilise the establishment as you describe. I praise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If that, in time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, the items are happily returned.
What happens if they don't pay the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop. As you can see, there are the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before 2 months has passed then?
That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all.
No, it's not. It's not, dude. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. Okay, just stop. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is absurdity. Is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's own demise so casually. Yes, I agree, but also, like, if you are feeling that way, please do talk about it. Says the man who's telling us it was all a good day to die only this morning. Yeah, he was feeling it. He was feeling it this morning too. And let us not forget that I've already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in the shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank?
Ha!
What was that deep sigh about? The red-handed recorder. Let's see what it's all about. What on earth is the red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are just 2 just below the ceiling. I can see what happens to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance in the shop.
Here I have an example I can show you.
I use a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. It's going to be important in the trial, isn't it? I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in the darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. You see, were someone to enter the premises with the ill intent, his identity would be similarly exposed. But, did you not say the photograph prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madame. Then, what if the incident were to occur in between those times? One could say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. Yeah, limited technology, right? Limited technology.
I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Wonderbank. Surely they're anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh 100 and utterly use these prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older.
Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery. I would actually just throw them away at that point. If it's costing me that much money, I would throw them away. I would sell them, actually. We're on the verge of an age where safety and security come at a price.
Oh, heaven help us.
Yeah, man, that's the thing nowadays. I really love your Gadsy.
Now then, Mr. Soames, allow me to return your precious violin.
Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank.
Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you tried to pop on. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer.
No, it wouldn't be, dude. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. I really think I ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Himself could get hurt.
Fear not.
Sorry?
I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed.
That's still very dangerous. That's not really what I meant, yeah. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank.
It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Soames.
So, Mr. Naruto, now we can explore at last. So we can look around the whole shop. Cool. Okay, let's start with... We already talked to this boy, so let's start with... this area? There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any loss in this activity. Recommend or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides onto his pillow.
How on earth did you know about that, Mr. Soames?
I'm a detective, sir. It's my business to know what others do not. I'm frequently assailed by information that neither I care for, nor wish to retain. Mr. Soames, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect of this pawnbroker is ever Let's activate this. Activate it like it's a face down card. Look, what could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madame, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? No, I'm okay. See, the problem is this game is full of fantastic music. This just sounds shite. It's like music of the angels. Yeah, like for me, I've heard so many great tracks in this game. This is like the least good. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is a large variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There's a metal disc inside in which the notes to be played and recorded simply by replacing the disc with another. Any music you care to imagine can be played. I don't know, I never liked music boxes. It was never a thing I thought was even like remotely interesting. And my sisters would have them and it's like, that's cool. But like I would never once was like, oh my god, music boxes are cool or nice or cute. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Huh. Science technology advanced at such an overwhelming pace. Video killed the radio star. We have this desk. That's like a green... Oh, we can look at stuff on the desk too. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter over there. Mr. Weinberg is, if nothing else, is very particular about recording the items he accepts. We'd have to be, otherwise, he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye more than the ledger. The little revolver, yeah, the revolver. Do not entertain a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windback would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belying his portly size. His portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd shoot us, yes. Blow our... Wait, what? Him? Him? Why would he shoot us instead? Blow his brains out. This is so bad. Indeed, his recompense for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we could never do such a thing. How could we even suggest it? I thought he'd blow our brains out. Blow your brains out. Such a horrific term as well. What an assortment of things that are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeit items offered by sale by the pawnbroker. What does he really mean though? When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, colloquially pop it. I know that word. It's just that like I was never gonna pronounce it. The broker loans you money against its worth. Someone's gonna correct me anyway. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it. I'm noticing little pricing tags and everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black gob of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. So what else can we look at here? There's probably some other things we can look at. Look at all these like pots and pans and stuff like that. It's very strange. All these pots and pans everywhere. Well, we can't look at the dolls are like literally the best thing about this shop. I want them. Now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through every piece and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me for a moment while I just have to have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm gonna try it. Ah! Mr. Naruto, you must see! At once! Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. That's the girl, right? That's the girl from the trial. What the? I don't believe it. Right? That was the girl from the first trial we did here. But it seems like you could reach out and touch it. That was her, right? Am I wrong? The sense of death is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. Like, is that just gonna be not relevant at all and I'm just like thinking it's gonna be relevant because like it was a girl from the previous trial? They're often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is not magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Okay, dude. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. 3 globes of gold. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before? No, never. The 3 golden balls are, in Great Britain at least, the universal sign of a pawnbrokery. There are more than 700 such establishments in the capital, all showing the same sign. Oh, I see. Huh. I had not imagined your ignorance was so profound. Oh, well, what is the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Does it have some special meaning? It's funny because we're not ignorant, we're just like, again, like, we're ignorant to what's going on in this country, but it's kind of funny that, like, you know, again, this is a very common thing with British and American culture sometimes, where they tend to live in a bubble sometimes, and they think that like their culture is like their culture, quote unquote culture, is like, and not, by the way, this is gonna sound so bad, not every British person, but it's like the kind of like the way culture is taught in those countries is that it's England and America first. That's what we need to learn about. Whereas, say in my country, we learn about American and European history first, and then Irish history as well. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, I feel like it's, and that's why a lot of people are like, how do you not know about the Super Bowl, man? How do you not know who's playing in the Super Bowl? It's like, how am I supposed to know that? That is extremely unimportant here, dear madam. Irrelevant, even. You mean you don't know? So is that, oh, there's like a little, calendar here. And it says April 15th. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April, today's date. So it's April 15th today. Oh my god, we missed April Fools!
Yes, there's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Easter school page, a day calendar. Every night at midnight I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date.
The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it that walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without my payment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something that for a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
I guess I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Is that everything? Oh, there's this thing is here as well. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? Is it a recording device? Or what is it? I have no idea. What is it? I can't even see it. Oh, it's like 2 eye holes? There's a small catch here. Just look. We're going to open it, aren't we? What is it? Oh my god, that's amazing. It is some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. What?
Only tuppence for it?
That ain't fair, you know. Who is it? Brady, where's the penny? Miss, I cannot offer more. What? Who's selling something? Sounds like there's argued over there by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Show me who's arguing, okay? Oh, is it her? Oh, GINA! Wait, don't we know? I'm sure it's GINA. She's in a trial with you, dude. Oh, yes. It's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. I love how they keep continuing to bring back characters from previous trials as well. Makes everything feel super connected. Her name is GINA Lestrade, my lord.
Her name is GINA Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancellor. Errands are custom among the dealers, creoles, or different people of other resources. What's a company called a pickpocket?
I think we remember. I think we remember. GINA, that outfit's freaking awesome.
Gordon Benny, you lot. Hello, Mr. Strayed. I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do you?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So what are you doing in here? Down now like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Sorry, coat, have you?
What is it about the black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher, and she stole it again!
Mr. Sholmes.
So you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see that article, and I shall negotiate with the Windybank on your behalf.
Pull the other one, I don't need help with some stuck-up D. Down my business, go on, I'll make trouble for you.
As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Boys, take note. That's what you do when a girl tells you to leave him alone. He's really done it. He's gone. That's all you gotta do. It's very simple.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there is really no room for negotiation here.
What is the thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc. Is that like from a music box?
And you. Go on, leave me alone. Oh, Mr. Strayed, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
So Zodis can really stand her ground when she wants to. These two, I'd love to see a fight between these two. I think GINA would knock her out though.
Whatever.
No, I think Susanna would win. So we're conversing with you now? Why? Why? I'm joking. It's nice to get a little conversation with characters, especially characters that we like as well. Somehow I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Strayed.
Well, yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... I'll get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got out the dive. Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. I might have been thinking something along those lines.
I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going tonight, Mr. Naruto?
Alright,
I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
well, I don't know. Best answer, really. Suppose sometimes.
You're not going to deny it either, Mr. Straight? Of course she isn't. Why would she? She might as well. 5-finger discount.
But not this time, I swear. That thing belongs to me.
I wasn't questioning you. I don't care. That this Mr. Windybag is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. What do you think about this, Mr. Windybank? Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Mr. Strader has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on the surface.
This is the music disc, you say, for use inside a music box.
Yeah, I knew that, guys. Woo-woo! You guys didn't know that, which is crazy. You guys need to be more cultured. Comment down below if you're not cultured. That means everyone has to comment. Okay? Everyone has to comment down below. You hear me? Everyone. And if you don't comment down below, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end this franchise. We're never playing another one of these episodes again. You see, for this, just 400 comments of people being like, I guess I have to comment. In a music box?
What, you don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh?
If I hear one more British person talking about how savvy my character is, I'm going to go crazy. I know what a music box is. I just never seen one of these discs before. No one usually takes apart their music box either.
Oh, the small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible. Tell us what tune is on the disc.
It's Like a Virgin by Madonna. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There's so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I've no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this. Even if the young lady had forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
That's a pack of lies. He told me he did. He said it was well.
Who's he?
Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. This was good money, I know it is.
Well, then you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
GINA Lestrade. We should be like, she's right here, so let's not talk about her.
She's in before, of course, little Tata Demelion.
Well, what if we... One second, let's look up Tata Demelion. We're ending the series if it's insulting, okay? We're ending the series. A person dead. Like, why would you call attention to that, dude? You're wearing a gillet, you know? Which is nice, it's a nice gillet. But, like, can you please just not insult her for her clothing? Like, you should not understand what you are to the community at this stage. I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious, what are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer here. Exactly. So there's something dubious about this disc she brought in today?
Well, if only that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket? A storage ticket, so... Mr. Strait has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that it? Is that right?
Yes, right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff. What needs storing?
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. We should just stop questioning her. She can do what she wants. The only question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight, but as she gave me the ticket for it, I repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Winniebank.
The scrub was wearing it, ma'am. Oh, the jacket? It's nice. The overcoat that she redeemed. It's really nice. Really nice. I would take that out too.
What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does.
It's lovely. It's really nice. No one's questioning it. So what about the this then? We are commenting on stuff that does not matter to us at all and shouldn't matter to us. We should leave GINA alone. She's clearly feeling embarrassed about this in some way, even though she shouldn't. I think we should just leave her alone. The disc is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree on a price. Okay. So what's the new article? Like she said Mr. Stray brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yeah, he's gonna explain the storage tickets, I suppose. The child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. So it's basically just a ticket that basically says, I pawned this item. It's mine. Here's my proof. It's like a receipt. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right. Yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin, stop insulting her. Put this thing on. She went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean...
What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady?
It is very rude. I'm sorry, GINA. I don't know what's wrong with Ryunosuke and Suzato-san today.
I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this dish, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
And she immediately tried to pawn it?
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Why is it our business? Leave GINA alone.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Exactly.
Mr. Strayed, may I ask you who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? She did. Leave her alone.
Well, me.
It doesn't really appear to be your size. What is wrong with you? It's none of our business. Why are we being so, like, mean to this girl?
Me old man. It's me old man's, ain't it?
Is it, Mr. Strayed?
Why are we praying so much?
Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Why do we care?
Let her steal it. Who cares? Go on, your business, girl. None of my business. It has nothing to do with me.
Out of my way, please. Who's this? You are the definition of, like, dull as dishwater. What's wrong with you? Look at you, sir. Picture postcard. Yeah, picture postcard is exactly what I was thinking. Dull as dishwater. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman?
Good day to ladies, gentlemen.
What's your problem, mate? Yeah, what's your problem, mate? What's your problem?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
If you attack GINA, if you hit GINA, me and Suzato are coming outside to jump you as well. It's a 3-on-1 jump down. And you know what? You know how I know you can't fight? You know how I know you can't fight? Because you just threaten someone right away without actually doing anything. Let this be a lesson to all of you in life. The people who threaten you, right? I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna do this. If you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna do this. They're the people that won't actually do anything. The people who will actually hit you are the ones who will do it without saying it. I'm just saying this right now.
Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. Yeah, you don't own the world, dude. If you think you're such a gent, you should know what to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
She is not a pickpocket. She is a acquirer of smaller items from one's pocket.
Huh? Who are you? How do you know who I am?
GINA, let's not admit it so quickly.
The question is, how do you not know who I am?
You are the definition of, you are like the simplest design I've seen in this game so far. Fully intentional. You're supposed to be like, very clearly since Doritos get talked about, you're supposed to be like this plain, like you said, like a postcarded, like kind of like model-esque type character, but you really just look like a Ken doll.
You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
She stole from you? Good. Gina, good job. Good job.
What? You mean, from you? Broker.
Oh, yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pickpocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes,
The article in question belongs to me. I demand it be returned at once.
Oh my. How about no? It belongs... Okay, okay, let me ask this question. Who is the jacket on? Who has the jacket on them right now? Answer the question, you fool. Answer the question, you big mog. Come on, answer. Answer the question right now. Who has the jacket on them right now?
That's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say... Any music boxes too.
How about no? It's hers. She owns them. Prove it. Prove it's yours.
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's my own man's. Oh, it was. Now it's mine.
Exactly. Now leave right now before you get a bollocking, okay? Christmas Naruto. This is a very awkward situation. Yes, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. You know what actually might be fun? To not hear his side of the story at all, because I'm not listening to it. That would be so funny. It'd be so funny. Mr. Shea, what is what the gentleman saying?
What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously.
Exactly. I agree. I believe you.
I saw my life. I ain't never lies in a dandy before.
I believe you.
Sure now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you?
You shut up.
The ticket you bought here just now.
It's so funny how you were so apologetic and so like you were like so timid when talking to a grown man, but now that it's poor Gina, you're like,
oh, I'm accusing you this and that and this and that.
You are a coward.
No, I swear to God,
if someone just stop mistreating Gina, it's annoying me now.
It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened.
Did you know it once? Because you seem like a big fool. You haven't even told us your name. You're not that important that you don't get to say your name. I bet it's something like Charles Do Uglyhead. Yeah. We got him, guys. I've been robbed again.
I thought to myself, there's wretched pickpockets.
Yet again?
Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style.
I wouldn't say that's, style.
This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels.
You are dirt. You are a dirt person.
Now then, relinquish my overcoat.
Come on, Mr. Stride. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you go to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Call the police then. We'll be the police too. I've seen the police in this goddamn town. Do you think I couldn't beat up Gregson? I'd get Gregson and slap his face off the glass of your freaking door. He'd be done. You think I couldn't beat up Sholmes? We'll get him too. Who else are you gonna bring out? The nipple hat guys? We'll get their nipple hats, put them over their faces, kick him in the stomach. Who are you gonna bring in? Rolly? Rolly's gonna come down and do something? I'll get Rolly and pulley him down off the ground. That's what'll happen.
Oh, why does everyone think it's me?
Everyone's accusing you because they're big mogs.
Just look at this Danny Cow. You think I'm the dodgy one? He is dodgy. Gina, you're right. He's dodgy. He's dodgy. I can already tell he's a dodgy person.
I'm sorry, but no one's gonna believe you.
Yeah, no one's gonna believe her because you're... I don't believe you either, so... Well, what about evidence?
Yeah, exactly. What's your evidence that I stole you something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Let's see it, Billy Bobby. Come on. I'll have evidence, naturally. You what?
Honestly, I don't care about your evidence. I'm not gonna listen.